Hello again. Welcome to FLCMAAtv, the Florida chapter's online news, information, and entertainment channel. As always, I'm your host, Dominic Geritano. In our attempt to cover what's happening across the state this summer, the second of three 2015 educational conferences took our camera crew to Orlando in the Omni at Champions Gate for the Florida Club Summit. As the name would imply, this conference included more than just CMAA attendees. It included many others that work in the same clubs that we do, but belong to different associations in different areas of club operations. Thus, this conference was a team event, giving not just management, but all levels a chance to come together, to learn, to grow, and to challenge one another and ourselves. Four leaders, four organizations, one mission. That was the message behind the Allied Association panel, which for all intents and purposes got things started on day one. The CSFA, PGA, CMAA, and USPTA were all represented on stage, and each spoke about the challenges and opportunities their individual associations face within the industry. Each leader had his own message, but within the same theme of personal and professional improvement. Up next was Dr. Brian Williams, the keynote speaker of day one. Through his consulting firm, he focuses on changing how his clients look at service.
The club manager should start by clearly articulating what their vision is. Not just say, let's provide better service. That's too vague. Better service for one person is different than better service for another person. Just like clean is different for one person and is for the other person. So I would say start by being extremely clear about what the vision is you as the club manager has. That's number one. Number two, articulate some key service expectations that you expect from everyone, from your direct reports, your senior leaders, down to the frontline staff. Once that's known, once that's universal, once that's a model, because you're talking about it every single day. That's the key. It has to be a daily occurrence to talk about it. You can't expect service to happen every day if you don't talk about it every day, right? Once that happens, then you can go about the business of holding people accountable, because now you know they know. Then you can go about the business of recognizing them for a job well done, right? So that's how I would start.
Part and parcel of this specific conference every year is the Vendor Showcase and Trade Show. The chapter relies heavily on its vendors, partners, and sponsors, and we know it's a two-way street. In each one of the dozens of booths represented here this year are years' worth of industry experience and specialization covering all possible needs a club may have, from health and fitness to insurance, from maintenance to textiles and architecture to website software and everything in between. The Florida chapter of the CMAA would be nothing if not for the valued partners who exhibited at the trade show and choose to share their experience, their expertise, and offer their services to our members. Day two had a full schedule. From 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., there wasn't a wasted minute. Of the many session topics, one highlight was Best Practices to Avoid Litigation by attorney Michelle Tanzer.
Some of the specific things that we talked about was I took the concept of club and fitness facilities from the ground up. So we literally talked about everything from construction, equipment selection, layout, maintenance practices, health and contamination concerns, rules and regulations, and a variety of other topics, all based on the cases, actual cases that have involved clubs that we boiled down into the best practices.
A second highlight was how positive psychology can cultivate a thriving workforce by Penn-educated personal life coach Jess Hopkins.
If we're really committed to driving long-term organizational success, we have to be prioritizing the well-being of our employees. What we know now, based on a lot of research and science, is that our formula for happiness is not only backwards, but it's utterly broken. And we know it's broken because 70% of the American workforce hate their jobs, which is pretty distressing given that we live in a time of so much abundance. If it were true that we work hard and then we achieve success and then we're happy, then frankly every employee should be happy because they got hired, right? They've received a raise or a bonus at some point, so they should be happy, but that's not working. So we need a new formula, and positive psychology has shown that happiness is truly not just a product of hard work and success, but rather it is the precursor. It's actually the very fuel that we need in order to drive engagement and productivity and long-term organizational success.
There were others, but what brought it all full circle were two presentations by Dr. Sharon Spano, who helped attendees explore the experience of time and money within the concept of human development.
Because when you understand how someone on your team experiences time and money and how they make meaning of those two constructs, which essentially have the potential to run our lives if we let them, then you know how to manage them better. And you then are able to spend less time managing them and more time leading them. Therefore, your life becomes more balanced and easier, and you maximize your own potential and your own performance.
Two extremely valuable days with our allied associations, adding to what will inevitably become the best summer in recent memory, and perhaps ever, in the history of this great chapter. What more could a member possibly gain from FLCMAA this summer? A lot, as it turns out, because the summer conference series isn't over yet. Still to come at the Jupiter Wyndham Grand at Harborside, September 25th through the 27th, is the final conference event of the season. For all of us here at FLCMAAtv, thanks for watching. Have a great day.